very much.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I'll be back. Did I stuff in my teeth? No? Good? Okay. Hey everybody, it's Edie and welcome to Mixed Mediology. Today's video is a vlog, so if you're looking for art, check around my channel because there are other videos for that, and I have a new art video coming out next week. But if you stick around for the vlog because you like my rambling, yeah, stay around. Okay, so let me explain the goodness that is this donut to you. Alright, so I grocery shop at Auchan, and Auchan has this area of fresh baked breads and croissants and cannolis and cookies and donuts and bread, pies and all kinds of fresh made stuff from the day. And one of the donuts that they have is this. It's Nutella inside the donut. So first of all, I had never eaten Nutella until I got here in Sicily, and Nutella is everywhere, and it's good. If you've never had Nutella, try it. So it's like a cake donut, and it's got a glaze on the top of it. It's like a really thick glaze. It could be frosting. I don't even know. Maybe it's vanilla. I don't know. And then nuts on top and Nutella in the center. Oh my god. This is so good. I just had to share that with you. I wish I could literally like share it with you, like give you a bite, because it's so good. But enough of that. I'll finish it later. I can't even tell you what a disaster my studio is right now. I would be ashamed to show you my studio. Because when we took our trip to spring break, everything has been kind of just thrown in here. So my laundry that's been washed, dried, folded, and put into baskets is in here. Our suitcase still isn't completely unpacked. I taught a sewing class at the school, and like everything from that sewing class has been thrown in here. I have just canvases thrown in here. Plus all of my fabric totes are pulled out and they're around the room. Because I decided I'm going to make my own clothes. Literally, I had to walk into the door, make room to slide the chair out, and make room to sit the tripod for the camera. Because there's no room in my studio right now. And it's not because I haven't had time. Well, I haven't had time, but I haven't made the time to come in here and clean. And I haven't done any major art projects for myself. And so I was on a deadline, and normally I cannot work in the chaos. My studio gets cleaned. Hey, Stumpit. My studio gets cleaned in between every project. This is Stumpit, for those of you who have not met her before. Anyway, so I clean my studio in between every project. My desk has to be completely clean before I start working on anything. And then as I work and it gets messy and chaotic, I'm okay with that. But I can't start working on a project in a mess. I just can't. So my studio was, well, my desk was clean, but kind of around me was a mess while I was working on the painting that I'm going to show you today. But other than that, I haven't really worked on anything, so I had my back to it, and I was just like, don't look at the mess, don't look at the mess. And I worked on the custom painting that I did for someone. So actually, I did a video. There's a full making of video. Let me put her down and show you. There's a full making of video of this painting, but this is the one that I've been working on. So it's an 18 by 20 canvas, and it's done with several reds and a little bit of black on the background. So if you remember, I did the Jack and Sally painting. It was The Nightmare Before Christmas with the mountain made of clay and then Jack and Sally painted in the moon. That client messaged me and said that she wanted to create an anniversary gift for her husband. So she sent me a photo of their wedding rings, and I made them in clay, and then she wrote a poem for him, and so that's her poem down at the bottom. So I'm getting ready to ship 2 paintings today. So I'm shipping this one, and then I'm also going to be shipping this one, which this is I teach a creatively uncorked class. It's like paint night, if you've been to a paint night. I teach that here in Sigonella, and this was one of the paintings that we did. And somebody really loved the painting, and so I'm sending this painting to my best friend. So that's what I'm doing today, is shipping those 2 paintings. In other news, there was a festival. Well, how is my battery low? Okay, whatever, that was random. My camera just died, and it was plugged in. Anyway, so where was I at? Totally lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, so there was a festival, and they have a lot of festivals here in Sicily. However, they're not really like what you would imagine a festival to be. A festival here really means a bunch of vendors in a bunch of vendors set up, and then there's one little thing happening and they're calling it a festival. So they're doing the Maggio Fest all month. So it's the May Festival every Sunday this month, and there's a puppet show, and apparently there's supposed to be live music on some days, and there were a few other things, but we really didn't see too much of it. All we saw was the puppet show, and we looked for the whole thing. So, and we've been to a few festivals that are like that. It's like there was a strawberry festival, but it's not like everything all strawberry all the time, which is kind of how it is in the States. Like if you go to a watermelon festival or strawberry festival or potato festival or whatever, it's all strawberries all the time. And here it's not so much like that. Like they had strawberry beer and some other things, but for the most part it's just a bunch of vendors. So anyway, we went to the May Fest, and we bought a few cute little things. We got some homemade jam and some plants, but I got this made. It's a handmade leather bracelet with my name stamped into it. Obviously I don't find my name on anything ever, but I got to watch the guy make it, and you'll see video footage of the festival. There's like something flying around in here, a gnat or something. There's a gnat in here! Anyway, you'll see footage of the festival at the end of this video. I'm going to add the little bit of footage that I shot. So I got to watch him make this, and it was really cool. I got to watch him cut the leather, and then he like stamped my name into it, and I watched him hand paint all the letters, and then he stained it, and he put the little snap in there. It was really cool to watch him make it. So yeah, that was the May Fest, and it was cool. It was a good day out. It was a gorgeous day out. Speaking of gorgeous days out, so this is my first year here, and I haven't been here quite a year yet. My husband got here in April of 2014, but I didn't get here till June, and it's now May, so I've been here almost a year, and I've seen the seasons change, if you can call it that. But okay, so it's crazy. The weather is crazy here. It's mostly sunny, bright, warm, or hot. And then through winter is the rainy season. So we had like 3 months where pretty much all it did was rain. We had some decent days, but it rained a lot. And it never got really cold here, but it did get chilly. We had some really cool days, and you needed to wear a jacket when you went outside. But it never got really cold, what I would consider cold. And I'm from Virginia, so I know what cold feels like. So it never got really cold here. So it was like 3 months of rain. And then we had about 3 weeks of really nice weather, what I consider spring. And the flowers were in full bloom, and the weather was nice. Like I would have the doors and the windows open every single day. And we had a couple of days of rain, but for the most part it was just beautiful weather, perfect weather. Like you didn't have to wear a jacket, you could wear shorts or jeans or whatever, and you were comfortable no matter what you were wearing. That lasted maybe 3 weeks. And then, like 2 days later, it's hot. And that's the way the weather goes here. So it went from hot to raining in like 2 days. And then it went from raining to spring in like 2 days. And now it went from spring to fucking summer in like 2 days. I'm not happy. It was 70 degrees, like 68, 70, 72 for 3 weeks. Yesterday, it was 99. Today, 99. What happened to the seasons? In Virginia, things gradually change. And then, yeah, there are crazy days where it's up and down and you don't know what the hell's going on. But for the most part, it's a gradual, progressive change one way or the other. Either getting hotter or getting colder. But here, you got 2 days. And then it's just like, change, done. So, yeah, so there's that. But, I mean, it's nice. It's not too extremely hot right now. But, yeah, like in the 90s already. In May. Today's May 6th. And it's 90-something degrees today. So that's weather update in Sicily. I have a couple of other things to tell you. So, oh, I gotta reach a picture. Hold on. So my son goes to the base school. It's a Department of Defense school. And every so often, because we're in the military, a celebrity will come here and do a free concert, or you know, a comedian will come and do a free show, or a sports team will be here and you can go do a meet and greet or something like that. And it's just for military people, and it's just the celebrity's way of saying thanks for your service. But this was really cool. So I got a letter home from the school the other day saying Justin Timberlake has given every kid in the school a copy of the 2020 Experience CD, but we had to sign for it because there was explicit language on here. So we had to sign this form and then send it back saying yes, that our kid could have the CD. So we get this thing sent home. So Justin Timberlake actually sent in photos and CDs of the 2020 Experience. And it's the full 2-disc set. Sent it to the entire middle school and high school. Every kid got one, which is really cool. Now, I've seen Justin Timberlake on a few different things, and not that I know him personally, but you know, you kind of get a sense of people, and from what I can tell, he seems like a really genuinely nice guy. And this was a really nice gesture. Like, it's really nice. We got the full 2020 Experience CD, and there's a book and some other shit in here. I don't even know. But anyway, so I just thought that was really, really cool of him to send the CD to everybody. Plus, on the other side of that, this is brilliant marketing. Like, this is brilliant. But yeah, I just thought this was a really nice thing to do. So thank you, Justin Timberlake, for that. That was awesome. And it's a really good CD too. If you haven't listened to it, or if you don't have it yet, seriously, like, it's a really good CD. Alright, last thing on the agenda today. Oh, no, I have another thing after this. Okay, so I'll get back to that in a minute. I just remembered. Okay, so today I had my very first mammogram. Oh my God. So I requested it. I'm not 40 yet. I'm only 38. And because things run in my family, I requested one early. And so I went in and I had my very first mammogram today. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a lot more painful than it was. It was not comfortable by any means. But I'm not scared of it now. And it didn't hurt nearly as bad as I thought it was going to. But whatever. So I got my results back. And normal. Yay! No, normal, negative, no evidence of cancer. Woo! Yay! So that's always a good thing. And look, they even let me keep my little nipple stickers. If you've never had a mammogram before, I had never had one, so I didn't know about this, but they give you little tiny stickers to put on your nipples to mark them so that they show up in the thing. And it's really cool. I don't know why shit like that makes me so happy. But whatever. And then, so here's the big thing, the final thing. I'm trying to get it ready so I can show you. Okay, so if you know me, you know that I quit school in the 9th grade to work and help take care of my family. My dad had a massive heart attack and he wasn't able to work, and so it was just me and my mom supporting our family. So I quit school in order to work, and I've regretted it forever. I went back and I got my GED the year after he passed away, but I never got to go to college, and it's always been something that I regretted and something that I wish I could have done. But you know, in the big scheme of things, like, I had a kid and we moved around and my husband's always gone, and, you know, blah blah blah, so school just hadn't really happened. But I did it. I went and I applied and I'm going to college. Woo! So I signed up a couple weeks ago, and all my paperwork finally went through and everything is set, and I am now officially a college student. I start class on June 1st, I think. June 1st is my first class. So, man, that is just such an important thing to me. And so I'm not one to tend to brag, but I was really, really proud of myself just for taking the step to even sign up. That was huge for me. And really, really super, super important that I get a college degree. And I know that being an artist, I don't necessarily have to have a college degree, but just for me personally, I need one and want one. So I am going to go to college, and I'm going to get a bachelor's degree in psychology and a minor in art, and I think I want to be an art therapist. So whenever I get out of school, that's what I'm looking to do. And I think I really want to work with women and self-esteem and just personal struggles that women go through, whether it be with your weight or abuse or low self-esteem or whatever it is. I think that's the kind of people that I really want to work with, because that's the kind of people that I'm drawn to and that I feel a connection with. So yeah, I'm a college student. So that's exciting. Okay, I think that's it. Oh no, one more thing. Speaking of this whole self-esteem thing, so a couple weeks ago I made a comment on Facebook that something is really bugging me, and I felt the need to say something about it. But then I hadn't been able to record a vlog since then, so I haven't gotten to actually talk about it. So the thing that I wanted to talk about is actually self-esteem and self-deprecation. So growing up in the South, I'm from South Carolina, and growing up in the South, everybody I know is like this. Girls are taught to be self-deprecating, basically. Like, you don't brag about yourself and you don't boast. And I mean, not that that's a good thing anyway. You shouldn't brag and boast and be a bragger. But when you accomplish something, or when you do something that's extraordinary, you're just supposed to say, "Oh no, it's nothing really." You know, like you're supposed to downplay everything, so as not to seem bitchy or bossy or braggy or whatever. So there was a lot of that. Plus, you know, I personally have self-esteem issues going on, and so I was like the biggest self-deprecator ever. And everything I did, it was no big deal, and no, it's nothing, or yeah, whatever, you know. Like, I would never take the full pride in anything that I did. I always downplayed everything. But here, over the last probably 5 or 6 years, since I had lost the weight and was personal training and then that kind of stuff, and then started to gain the weight back and look at things in a different perspective, ever since then, and really with my art too, like seeing that I am a very good artist and I know what I do and I'm good at what I do, seeing myself develop, I came to realize that self-deprecation wasn't helping me. You know, like whenever someone says you did a really good job, or wow, that's amazing, or you're super talented, or whatever the case would be, I would always say, no, not really. I mean, it's nothing, you know. But now I realize I am talented, And I do know my craft, and I have spent a lot of time working on it and developing it. It's not something that just anybody could do. And I'm not bragging when I say that. This is just a self-realization that I am good enough at it. You know, for the longest time I always thought, I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough at anything that I do. But I'm starting to realize that I am good enough. And being good enough or being enough doesn't mean that I'm going to think I'm better than someone else. But it just means that I can take pride in what I did because it is good enough. Even just for me. I don't care about anybody else. I don't care if it's good enough for anybody else. It's good enough for me. So the thing that I really wanted to say, I kind of went around my elbow to get to my ass for this, but this whole self-deprecation thing, when you post your art, when you post a dinner that you've spent 3 hours cooking, or when you post you know, something that you've made or worked on, or a paper that you got an A on, whatever the case may be, when people compliment you, take the compliment, and if you can't say anything else, say thank you and shut the fuck up. Like, don't put yourself down, don't diminish that, don't take away from that. Say thank you and accept it, because you are good enough and you deserve to take in the pride in that work and to value yourself. And all this self-deprecation, I see it so many times with artists. They post something and it's amazing, like amazing artwork. And then they post it and the comment along with it says, this isn't very good, but this is what I did today. And everyone else is commenting, wow, that's great, that's amazing, that's beautiful, that's gorgeous, I love it, blah, blah, blah. And the artist the whole time, yeah, it's okay. I mean, it's all right. I messed up over here. And they're pointing out every little flaw. When you post your art and people are complimenting you and you're trying to downplay it, it's not making you seem humble. It's not making you seem on the same level as them, or whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. It's just taking away from the beauty of what you're posting. And it's just magnifying the fact that you don't feel like you're good enough. And you are good enough. Anybody who does artwork or cooks or writes good papers or whatever the case may be is good enough. You're good enough. For me, for you, for your audience, whoever. And if other people don't like it, that's their problem. That's on them. If you like it and if you're proud of it, that's all that matters. And I know I'm rambling. God, I always do this. I know I'm rambling and I'm probably still not getting to the point. Damn it! The thing is, don't self-deprecate. When people say something is good, say thank you. Don't tear yourself down to build others up, because it doesn't work like that. You should never, ever, 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 ever tear yourself down to make someone else feel better about themselves. You loving yourself and being the example of that is more powerful than you saying, no, I'm not that good, to make someone else feel better. Showing them the way and being proud of yourself and accepting compliments graciously and knowing that you are good at what you do and that you can take the pride in that without being boastful, that is an example that people will gravitate to and appreciate. At least me personally, that's the way I feel about it. And if I'm trying to buy something from someone, if you're an artist and I'm looking at your art to buy it, or if you're a clothes designer and you've made some clothing that I really like, and I'm in love with it, like you post it, I'm in love with it, I have to have it, I want it, it speaks to me, it's amazing, I want it. And then I say, oh my God, that's amazing, and you come back to me and say, it's okay, I messed up on the sleeve or whatever, that instantly makes me feel like, oh, shit, yeah, the sleeve's messed up, I don't need that, you know? Like, you're cutting yourself down, and therefore, why should I put my faith in you? Why should I give you my money? Why should I listen to you? Why should I follow in your footsteps? Why should I learn from you if you're not willing to let me know that you know what you're doing and that you're good at what you're doing? I hope that makes sense. God, I hope that makes sense. In my head, it made so much more fucking sense when I was thinking about it. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so yeah, be proud of yourself, love yourself, and know that you are enough. And you don't have to tear yourself down to make others feel better. Take the pride in your work and let people know, yeah, I did a good job on this and I'm proud of it. Thank you. I appreciate your compliment. I appreciate you looking at what I've shared. Thank you. That's all you have to say. Thank you. Okay, rant over. Holy shit. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you so much for being here. If you like what I do and you like all this rambly crap, God only knows what I've said on this video because I don't even remember anymore. If any of this makes sense to you and you want to keep hanging out with me, then hit the little subscribe button. That way you don't miss any of this stuff. And then share it on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, wherever you can share it with your friends, and that way they can hang out with us too. You can find me all over the internet. I am on Facebook, Pinterest. That's really the only two places, so find me there and follow me and I will follow you back. If you would like to order some custom artwork, like this gorgeous painting here, you can email me at mixedmedieology@gmail.com. That's mixedmedieology@gmail.com. And that is it today. Thank you so much for being here. I hope it wasn't too rambly. I hope I made a little bit of sense. And I hope it made you think. And yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for being here. And I'll see you next time. Mwah. Bye! Now I'm going to finish my damn donut.